We will create a full AI automation package that consists of a chatbot for a client's website, consists of this AI voice call agent that has the same function as chatbot. Both of them can schedule meetings, answer questions about the business, and connect to a real person. And I will also create this email automation workflow that's going to collect leads, and it's going to send automated emails every couple of days to our clients. The leads we can connect with our chatbot that we created, or the voice assistant. So let's start by viewing our chatbot and how it works. So I said ask a question, so it's going to give me some options. So for example, here I click this ask question, so which I clicked here, and then it says, what can I help you with? Do you have any financing options? These are the financing options. And then I also had some choices, so which I clicked return to options, and then I clicked schedule a virtual meeting, and then it gave me this Calendly link, so I can schedule like time and date and time. Then I said also ask questions. What can I help you with? Explain the property in more detail. So we're gonna see how it works. After a few moments, it's gonna give me this, and I can also say contact human agent. It's gonna ask me for my name, for my email, and then it's gonna save this as a lead to the database. So here it added me, and the fun fact is, as soon as we add this lead, it's going to trigger this automation of the emails, and I'm gonna immediately get an email to my email, welcome to your future home, etc. And then this is going to send emails. Next one is gonna be after a few days, then after 7 days. You can make it however you want. Let me also show you the voice assistant that we can talk to. So if I, let's say, call this voice assistant, after a few moments, it will answer. I would like to schedule a meeting.
Transferring the call now. Hello. I will schedule your appointment.
I would like to schedule appointment tomorrow, 5 p.m.
May I have your name, please?
My name is Michael.
One moment.
Here we got the meeting. It appeared in my calendar 5 p.m. so I can end the call now. We are using this make.com integration and this integration to schedule the meeting. So we can begin with the tutorial. Make sure to join my school where you can ask any questions and download all of these templates here. I will be answering your questions for free. This is a free group, and you can learn with us together. You can also download these templates and prompts and everything here. First, we will create the Voiceflow chatbot. So go to voiceflow.com and create a new agent. Real Estate Ultimate Tutorial, Chatbot, modality chat and language English, continue, create agent. Then I'm gonna Control A to select everything and delete everything. I'm gonna pull this and say listen buttons. First button is ask a question, add button, contact human agent, add button, schedule a virtual call or meeting, and that's it. Now let's go back here on this arrow and create workflows. So I'm gonna say new workflow, ask a question, create workflow. Then I wanna send text, what can I help you with? And then listen, capture below, last utterance. I want to rename this block to ask a question. Then I want to pull here AI, response AI, knowledge base, last utterance with these curly brackets. And then let's go here back from workflows into knowledge and add data source, plain text. I'm just gonna copy paste. You can find this in my school in the link below. Import. And while this is importing, okay, I'm gonna go to workflows, ask question again, edit workflow. Then this not found link, let's go down and talk text. Sorry, I was not able to find an answer to your question. And then let's go buttons, so give it options, so listen, buttons, ask another question, add button, contact human agent, add button, return to options. And so I'm gonna pull also from this block here, also ask another question. I'm gonna pull from here to the first block, and I can click this new connection and click these connections and make it like this, so it's more easily visible. Now if I click here at our buttons, and if I say return to options, actions, go to block, and then I click here, home. So let me go home and start. Now let's create another workflow by clicking here new workflow and saying contact human agent, create a workflow. Let me send text. May I have your name? And I'm gonna rename this node to start. And then I'm gonna say listen, capture. Instead of last utterance, let me say name and create a new variable like this. Let me organize this. So I'm gonna put this up here, this down here, because this is capturing, this is sending. Then I'm gonna go up here and say talk. Please enter your email below. Then I'm gonna go down and say listen, capture. Variables, I'm gonna Control A and then say email, create variable, create it. And now when we capture, you can add more data to capturing, but then we're gonna go here, dev API. Now we wanna save that data to Airtable, so I'm gonna say start, so go to airtable.com, start from scratch. I'm gonna say whatever, Voiceflow real estate code tutorial, whatever. Press enter to save, and then the table name, I'm gonna double click and say leads. I'm gonna press save. I'm gonna delete this field, this field, this field. Double click this field, rename it to ID, and type will be auto number. Save. Then I'm gonna say name, single line text, create field, and email, single line. No, this is email, like this, create field. Let me select these three fields and delete all selected leads. Then Google Airtable Developer Web API and click Airtable Web API. We will select the one that we just created, so Voiceflow Real Estate Ultimate Tutorial. And let's go to authentication here. And let's click Create Tokens. Create a new token. Give it some name, add scopes, read data, read records and write records, add base, one that we just created, and create token, and copy this token and press done. Go back to Voiceflow, and when you click this node, click headers. So let's say enter value or variable. So I'm gonna say bearer like this, and then space and paste your token. So this bearer, you can also copy this from here, bearer. So if you click authentication and then bearer, your secret API token, and this authorization, I'm gonna copy that as well, and that's gonna be key here. And then this URL, I'm gonna, actually, no. So here we need to, we are trying to create a new record. So let's click here, leads table below, and say create a record. But we need to enter some leads. So let's go here. I'm just going to say name book and then email book at gmail.com, whatever. This is my actual email if you want to contact me. But basically, we enter this information. And let me reload this now. So I'm going to go here. So this is the URL. So you see this post request. That means we need to go here, choose post, and then copy this URL, paste it here. And so here in data, let's copy everything in curly brackets, not the quote, just curly brackets. Then go here, body, create a new body, raw, and paste it. And now this should add these two fields because we have records and then array, the first field, and then the second field. I don't know what is A. I think this shouldn't be here because I think I wrote it accidentally by hitting keyboard accidentally. It doesn't exist here. So let me say send request, error, invalid request fields. So I think I need to like click somewhere else to save these fields. Let me try again. Invalid. We forgot this second header. So content type application JSON. Let's copy content type without these columns. And then go to headers, add a new header, content type. Let's copy this application JSON. And then I'm gonna send request. And now it works. Now we added those two entries. If you go, okay, so first of all, what I wanna do here is just add one by one. So I'm gonna delete this second. So we have the first entry and the second entry. So I'm gonna delete the second entry. And then instead of hard coding my name, I'm gonna say curly brackets and the name like this, all small letters. So this is what we named our variable. And down below also curly brackets inside of quotes, and email must be the same name of the variable that we are capturing here, this email. And so if I run this, if I send request, if I say whatever name, whatever email, but it must be in this format, I think, generate. So we have this kind of error, but let me try. I think the email was wrong format, but let me try from here. Make sure to remove this comma in your raw data. And if I go here, send request, now it works. If I select some other name, let's say Mark, and Mark at gmail.com, generate, it works. So we go here, and it's added. So if we failed, if we failed, let's say text. But before this, let's also say text here up if we succeeded, and this text will be, the form has been submitted. Our agent will send you an email soon. And then let's go here, actions. Let's go to block and select home, start, like that. And then here below, if it failed to submit form, please make sure to input data in correct format. Then go here and say listen, buttons, try submitting form again, and the other button will be return to options. And so this action will be go to block and then say home and start. And this up here will just be, I'm gonna pull from here to the beginning block, to the first block. So now user can try submitting again or returning to options. Now let's go to ask a question workflow. And here in the end where it says contact human agent, let's pull this actions, go to block, and then contact human agent and start. And let's go to home workflow, contact human agent, actions, go to block, and then home, start. And then ask a question. We're gonna actions, go to block, and workflow. We're gonna say ask a question, schedule a virtual meeting. So let's create a new workflow, schedule a virtual meeting, create a workflow. Let's go to calendly.com and you're gonna create a new meeting. You're gonna configure everything. If you don't know how to do this, just find it on YouTube. I will not show it in this tutorial. And then I will just copy link to this meeting, to this Calendly. And let's go back. So scheduling a new meeting, let's add its logic, set. And then I'm gonna say variable to set to be Calendly underscore URL. So add Calendly URL like this, create variable, and then click this again, under quotes, give it this link. And below that, let's go to talk, text. And now let's go to any YouTube video, right click, copy embed code, and paste this into this new text field. So in width, it should be this iframe thing. So in width, we're gonna delete this number and say 100%. In source, you're gonna delete this link and open curly brackets and say Calendly URL. And then you can completely delete this title. So the whole title up until frame border. And that should be it. Let me copy this all if it's so like this. And then if I click here to trigger this, it should embed my Calendly link here. And it's here. I can select date, I can select time. You can also change the width and height of this by clicking here, but I think width 100% will just fill the chat, and then height whatever you want. So let me rename this to like start, so I just know, and then go here to home, schedule a virtual meeting, actions, go to block, and then go here, schedule virtual meeting, start. Now we can go ahead and test this. So if I go here, say start, ask a question. Do you have any financing options? Responding knowledge base. Yeah, they do. I can, let's say, contact human agent. Let's say my name is Kark. And then let's say kark@gmail.com. And let's say schedule a virtual meeting. So I'm gonna wait for a few moments. Okay, we can click here, schedule this one, next. Name, email, whatever. This is going to work. So I fill the name, email, schedule event. And the event is scheduled. Now the chat ended here and it shouldn't be ending here. So I should go here when we schedule the meeting, actions, go to block, and then let's go to home, start. So that's it, this worked. And we can check here, we got the Kark entry. You can add more fields, whatever you want. Now let's set up automatic emails. So I'm gonna search for MailerLite, and then I'm gonna choose this one, MailerLite. You're gonna create an account, I'm gonna log in. You're gonna automatically get some free trial, but this free trial is not important. You don't need to add any credit cards. And I think you don't need this free trial at all. This automation feature is free. So let's go here to subscribers. And I can add a new subscriber. And now let's go to make.com and create a new scenario. So every time we get a new lead, we're gonna start sending automatic emails. So go here and airtable, watch records, add a new connection, select OAuth, and just call it tutorial, whatever. Save. Let's add base. I'm gonna choose the new one, grant access. The base will be the one that we just chose. The table will be leads. Now we need to go back to Airtable, and whenever you are connecting Airtable to make.com, you need to create a new field here. Let's look for created time, and let's name it created time, create field. You need this field to connect Airtable and make. Now in make, trigger field, I'm gonna refresh a bit. Created time, label field, let's say name, and that's it. Okay. From, let's say all for now. Let's create a new connection here, and I'm gonna say MailerLite, create update a subscriber, create a connection. So you're gonna click here in integrations at MailerLite, and then we're gonna say API, so use, generate new token, whatever, tutorial. Let me say I have read requirements. Please copy, download this key. Okay, copy, and then close. Let's paste this API key into make.com and save. So the email address will be email, name will be name, and then last name, I think none of this matters. You can have this if you want. Status active. I think we don't need any of this. Let me press OK. Let's go to automations and say a new automation. And let's say simple welcome email. This is this template. I'm gonna select this template. We're gonna say when subscriber joins group, and let's say leads, and add a new group leads. We can click, I think that's it, so click save. And I forgot to say that you're gonna have to have your custom like domain name. Like right now I have book at levelupnow.dev. I think I bought this on namecheap.com, and it's around like $10 per year for this and the domain, and then the email was free. But if you don't have this, I don't know if there is a workaround or not. Okay, but let's go back to make.com, and now that we add this user, let's add let's say MailerLite, list add subscriber to a group, a subscriber ID, and group ID leads. Okay, so that's it. Now when subscriber joins a group, we're gonna go here to this email. I added my custom email, so you're gonna have to verify and authenticate this. Just follow the instructions. If you don't know how to do this, I can make a video, or you can maybe search on YouTube. But you're gonna have to like verify this email and connect it to here. I think let's click design email, drag and drop editor, let's say, continue. So you can actually spend some time designing this. You can have you have these elements, heroes, everything, and then click save, done editing. So after this, you can click this plus button and add a delay of, let's say, 7 days. And then I can add another email, and then let's click here, design email, but I need to say email name. This is follow up, subject, hey, just following up, whatever. Let's click design email, drag and drop. After you write your email, let's click save down there and done editing. But so this is it, but we have this, we didn't save this delay. So let's say like 7 days and then save. And that's it. Let me turn this on. Just to make sure we don't mess anything up, let me delete all of these leads. Let's start from scratch. For now, I think you don't need to do this at all. And let's now go to here and then run once. We already got something that was nothing. Let's see, run once. I'm not sure why we are getting. Let's go here, choose where to start. From now on, let's click this on. Okay, I think it's clean. Why is it still adding this data? So let's go here and say on demand. Okay. If I click now. Okay, I understand. That's because it, like when you run this airtable watch records, it just checks new records. So let's add a new record. vook1@gmail.com. And now let me just see if I run this once. It did all of this. It has this, did this, added me to a group, and I actually got an email, so it works. And it was from my app account. So just to recap again, the most important thing is that MailerLite is the only website that I found that you can create automations on the free tier. If you have any other, you can leave below. And you need to have your own custom domain for every email automation website. I don't think you can send from Gmail. Maybe you can, but I'm not sure. So that's around $10 per year. And I didn't show how to connect your custom domain and MailerLite. So if you don't know how to do that, you can either ask in my school, you can ask below, or you can watch a YouTube video. Now let's also create the voice calling AI. So let's go here to vapi.ai, make an account, go to assistants. Let's create a new assistant. I'm just gonna call it questions and answers real estate. You can call it whatever you want. Inbound Q&A, let's create assistant. So I'm gonna actually delete all of this. And just for testing purposes, I'm just gonna say hello so it doesn't waste my time speaking, my money speaking. You are a voice assistant for real estate solutions. So this is just a bit of prompt. These voice assistants are better as you add more prompt. So you're gonna have to be adjusting this prompt, testing it, making it adjusting it for your use case. Let's choose GPT-O mini cluster. This is the best one. And then let's add a new file to knowledge base. And I'm gonna actually choose a file. And I have this txt, real estate txt file. So let me open. This is what it looks like. It has the question, where is the property located? And then the answer. Is there parking available? The financing options here. And so I'm gonna just add this whole file into my knowledge base. You can generate this with ChatGPT if you are making an example, or you can enter real data if this is for a real thing. And so after I selected this, I'm gonna click upload file. So I'm gonna go back to assistants, and one that we just created is gonna be this Leo. I'm not sure why it's called Leo. So it's questions and answers real estate. It's what it should be called. And then select a file. I'm gonna choose the one that I just uploaded. Make sure not to have multiple files the same name, because you won't know which ones you should select. And then I think I'm gonna click publish. So this is gonna be the question answering agent. Let's create a new assistant. This is gonna be appointment setter. So Mary the appointment setter, like that maybe. Create assistant. I'm gonna remove this prompt and paste my prompt, although this is just like some kind of beginning prompt, so you need to adjust this for your use case. I said like you don't have to know the data of the appointment. If user says like something like tomorrow, just write tomorrow. So basically, we're gonna just tell it to call to pass information to our make.com, and then we will parse, understand the information in make.com, not here. So this just needs to pass something like book wants to schedule appointment tomorrow 5 p.m. and then we will understand what that means with ChatGPT in make.com. So I'm just going to say hello for testing purposes. And now let's select a mini cluster. I think this is it. Now let's go to functions, enable call functions. Let me go here to tools. Let me create a new tool, make. Let's create a new scenario in make. Add a webhook and custom webhook. Let's add a new one. I'm gonna say ultimate tutorial agent whatever. Save, copy this address. Let's go back and paste server URL here. Let's click save. And let's click next. Property name, let's call it appointment time, date, and user's name. And then description, appointment time, date, and user's name, all info in plain language, no special formatting, save. Next, so this is our property. Name. Let me call it like this, schedule underscore appointment. Description, call this function when user wants to schedule an appointment. Make sure to send appointment time, date, and user's name. Like this. We don't need the additional info. You can add whatever information. You can add whatever you want here if you want. Click create. So now this has the same name as the previous one. So let me just rename previous one like this. Save. So this is the new one. And we can go back to assistants and marry the appointment setter, functions. Let's select tools and this one that we just created. So if you want, you can also add this like phone forwarding. So if user wants to forward, change to a human agent, they can, if they tell it to change to human agent, this will be the human agent's phone number that will be dialed. Now let's go to make.com. I'm gonna go here, press OK, add a new node, ChatGPT, and message an assistant. Now we're gonna add a new connection. Let's say ultimate tutorial, whatever. Go to API keys. So platform.openai.com/API-keys. Create a new secret key. Ultimate tutorial, whatever. Create a secret key. Copy this key. Go back and paste it here and save. Now go back to API keys. I'm gonna say done. Then I'm gonna go to assistants. And I'm gonna create, so this is just the previous assistant, so let me rename it so I know which is which. So I'm gonna create a new assistant. Actually, let's just click here, playground instead. So let me go here and create a new assistant. Appointment setter, GPT-4o. Let's say you are scheduling appointments. You will get plain data. Time, date, full name, call this function, provide time zone to be, but I think we don't need, actually let's leave it here. So you need to write in your time zone for the appointments. So you could write it manually like this, but you could also ask the user to provide the time zone, their time zone. So down below in functions, let's add a function and paste this code that you can find in my down below in the school. Save. Go back to make.com assistants. Appointment setter, the one that we just created. URL. So for URL, we're going to have to create a new make.com scenario. So let's go here, create a new scenario. So this will be the scheduling when the assistant calls this function. So we will have this scheduling here. So custom webhook. If you don't understand, I will explain. So scheduling meeting API, for example. Save and copy address to clipboard. Let's go back to ChatGPT and paste it here. So it will call the function and send all of the data here to this URL. And here I can press OK and I can go to Google Calendar. So let me say free busy API. And you can add a new connection. Minimum time, we don't have any of this yet. So now let's leave it like this, press OK. We need to leave it like this. Press save, save anyway. Here, message. We're gonna say current date time. And because we don't have anything else here, I'm just gonna press OK for now. And then go here, webhooks, webhook response. Let's leave it empty, I think, and press OK. So now let's run this once. And now let's go back to Vapi. And now let's go here to squads. Let's create a new squad. The one we will select this one, Q&A real estate that we created, create squad. And then from here, we will click this plus button and we will choose marry the appointment setter. So now Q&A can transition to appointment setter. It's better to have multiple agents in a squad, each doing different things, than to have like one agent doing multiple things. So I think if I click here, model settings, let's choose mini, and I think knowledge base, save. I'm still not sure why I need to select it both here and when we create assistant, but let's just do it. So let's click here, these three dots, model settings, turbo, and that's it. If I go here, there is nothing else. If I go here, destination settings. Okay. So let me try to talk to this. Okay, so first of all, we need to say that, so the greeting message here in this Q&A should be, I can answer your questions. If you want to schedule an appointment, I will transfer you to the other AI. And then this AI, so this assistant appointment setter should say, hello, I am here to schedule a meeting. And then that. But let me also delete this line as well. And let me click publish. I think I need to click publish for this to be saved. And let's go here. This one is published as well. So now let's go to squads and talk with squads. After you click publish, I think we need to delete this and then add it again. I think it didn't work for some reason for me if I didn't do this. So now let's make sure my mail.com scenario is running and then talk. And let's make sure the other one is also running, although I think, okay, I want to schedule an appointment.
Transferring the call now. Hello. I will schedule your appointment.
I want to schedule an appointment tomorrow, 5 p.m.
May I have your name, please?
Michael.
Give me a moment. This'll just take us.
Okay, so it works. So now we got this data in mail.com. If you go message, tool calls, one, function, arguments, and this is the argument, tomorrow 5 p.m. Michael. And we go here. Let's see. I'm not sure why. Oh my God. Okay. I need to run this like this without that busy API. And I think I need to run this again. And let's call this again. Yeah, so I need to go here into ChatGPT. And then down below, I can say timestamp of the message. And below it, I can say user. So appointment data. And then I can say tool calls, functions, arguments, date, appointment, date, time, and name. And we have the URL, I think. And I think that's it. So I'm going to say OK. Let me run this once. Wait for new data. And if I check, this is the same. This is it. So let me run this once. And now I think we will get this data here. So let's go again. Talk with squads. I want to schedule an appointment.
Transferring the call now. Hello. I will schedule your appointment.
I want to schedule an appointment tomorrow, 5 p.m.
May I have your name, please?
Michael.
One moment.
I can end the call because the workflow started already. So it doesn't. Okay, now we got some data here. So we got name, time zone, beginning time, ending time. Okay, that's it. So now we go here, Google Calendar, and free busy information. Make a connection. Minimum time is time min. Maximum time is time max. Calendars. I'm gonna not map. I'm gonna choose my primary calendar. Okay. Then let's go here. Flow control router. First one, set a filter. Not busy. If go here, busy. Array length equals to 0. Okay. And down below, set a filter. Busy. Condition, open this and busy array. So just click this busy. And array length greater than 0. So if there are if it's busy, if there are spots. So here I'm gonna say Google Calendar, create an event. Let's wait for a bit. Calendar ID is my primary calendar. Event name, meeting with, and then let's say name from webhook. Start date, time min, end date, time max. Duration we don't need if we have ending time. Press OK. Let's make our webhooks. Response. Schedule the meeting successfully. And here webhook response. Sorry, this time slot is busy. Please choose another one. Okay, and that's it. So let's go here, run this once. Let's run this once. Wait for new data. But I think I forgot. Let's stop this and go to ChatGPT node and let's say time zone. So here, time zone, Central European summertime for me. Press OK. Let's run once. Wait for new data. Start a call. I want to schedule a meeting.
Transferring the call now. Hello. I will schedule your appointment.
I want to schedule an appointment tomorrow, 6 p.m.
May I have your name, please?
Michael.
Give me a moment.
I can end the call because it already started this workflow, so it's gonna go here, yeah. Tomorrow, 6 p.m. That's it. 6 p.m. tomorrow exactly. So it's scheduled, and this works. Now the only thing you need to do is adjust your prompts. So go here to, if it doesn't work, depending on how user talks to it, you can expand your prompts in the appointment setter and the question and answers. And then join my school community where you can find all of the templates to download from this video, or where you can ask any questions, and me and other people will help you always. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.